Hi, I'm Colette Mazzola. I'm a senior tutor for learning and teaching in computing at Blackpool-on-the-Fylde College. Over the past 12 months, I've undertaken a research project that investigated student engagement and their perceptions of an active flipped learning approach. So over the course of a module, a considerable amount of time is spent covering theoretical content. This is generally delivered through a traditional face-to-face lecture. Research indicates that students are not engaged, being passive in their learning. John Bergman and Aaron Sams, pioneers of the active flipped approach, found that by replacing the traditional face-to-face lecture with pre-viewed video content, significantly increased student engagement in the subsequent taught sessions, reporting that 82% of students choosing a flipped as opposed to a traditional approach. In traditional teaching, lower cognitive skills such as remember and understand are taught in a lecture style. Bergman and Sams suggest that this style of teaching does not help students remember or understand information, and pre-viewed video content proving to be more effective. And the tutor is now free in the taught session to engage students in active learning activities, facilitating students to develop higher cognitive skills such as apply and analyse. The active flipped approach involves 4 defined stages. Stage 1 is planning and preparation to identify and resource the areas of the module to be flipped. The next stage is to introduce the students to the learning material, followed by the dissemination. In this case, students received a link to the learning material 1 week prior to the taught session, and then finally to deliver the session itself. This research involved 26 students who will now describe their experiences.
Okay, so using the Linda videos was quite cool because you could pause and go back to it. So if your family life intruded at home, you could go and deal with that, then come back to the video, pick up where you left off.
Being able to sit there with 5 minutes is so much easier than half an hour maybe, as you can take, you can watch one video and rewind it and do it in your own time basically.
I watched the Linda videos 4, 5, 6, maybe 7 times, and just to help me understand what I was meant to do on that particular task.
They were experts teaching us and showing us how things were able to go.
So you could see a lot of the other modules that they were linked to. So while you're doing that part of the actual Linda video, you could also go and research other parts that they were linked to. So if, say, something was on styling a website, you'd notice another video that was maybe on typography.
I wanted to know how it actually worked from other different points of views and different people, how they went around. And
so the lesson after the Linda videos was really fun because all the stuff you learnt through the videos, you had a real opportunity to go and implement that and work on it and do a real product.
It helped me to build confidence up, asking questions and just basically understanding.
People could work together as a teamwork. They was able to look back at other things where problems can arise and where they can fix the problems together.
And while we were working, the lecturer kept coming over and challenging us. So kept saying, why have you chosen to do it that way? Why are you doing it that way? Do any other websites do something similar? So that kind of challenge to make sure you were on course was really appreciated and worked really well.
A prerequisite of this research project was that all participating students had the required IT skills to actively engage with this style of learning. Initial results and conclusions drawn include: this approach aided the participants to independently develop the lower cognitive skills. It enabled the tutor to promote and foster active and positive learning, therefore becoming a guide on the side as opposed to sage on the stage. These positively engaged students are more likely to succeed in their learning experiences, with twilight sessions less likely to suffer from poor engagement. Students found that the pause and repeatability of the video content enabled them to review the material until they were completely comfortable with their understanding. The students commented that the video content made them curious, motivated, and more eager to learn. As a consequence, this approach increased the likelihood of positive reviews in the National Student Survey.